All right, welcome back to Math with Mr. Strands. This is Matthew C, Pre-Algebra, Lesson 18C, talking about absolute value. All right, let's jump right in. So for number one, it says we have the absolute value of -1 times -4. Okay, so remember, with absolute value, you want to solve the problem first in the absolute value brackets. So -1 times -4 would give you a +4, since you got two negatives being multiplied by each other, and it will stay positive even with the absolute value brackets. So number one would be a +4. Okay, number two, we got 10 divided by 2 minus 8. Okay, so we're going to do 10 divided by 2, which would give us 5. 5 minus 8 would normally give us a -3, but we have the absolute value brackets, which means that is going to turn into a +3. Okay, number three, we got 5 squared minus 6 squared. So 5 squared would be 25. 25 minus 6 squared, which is 36, right? That normally would give us a -11. Okay, but since it has the absolute value brackets, it's going to turn into a +11. All right, number 4, we have 4 minus 8, which would give us -4, plus 1, which would give us -3. But we have the absolute value brackets around them, so that would be a +3 for number 4. Okay, number 5, we have -3 times 4, which would normally give us a -12. But since we have the absolute value brackets, that's going to turn into a +12. Okay, number 6, we got 6 squared, which is 36. 36 minus 5 squared, which is 25. Our answer is going to stay positive. 36 minus 25 is going to be 11. +11. Okay, number 7, getting a little bit harder now. We're going to start off with the left bracket, absolute value bracket. We got -10 squared. So -10 times -10 would give us a +100. +100 minus 9 would give us a 91. Okay, 91 minus, we're going to do the right side now, 2 squared, which is 4. 4 minus 5 squared, which is 25. That normally would give us a negative number, right? It's going to give us 4 minus 25 would give us a -21. Okay, but since it's absolute value, it's going to be a +21. So 91 minus 21, okay, is going to give us a 70, +70. All right, number 8. Okay, so we got 9 squared, 9 squared divided by 9, divided by 3, okay? So we're going to do the parentheses first inside of the brackets, okay? So we're got 81 divided by 9, which would give us 9. Okay, 9 divided by 3 would give us a +3. Okay, going down, number 9. Okay, so we got -4 squared. There is no parentheses around the -4. So that means it's -4 times a +4, which is a -16. Okay, so -16 plus, in the parentheses, we got 7 minus 3, which is 4. 4 squared is going to be a +16 minus a -2 in the absolute value bracket, but that's going to change into a +2. So it's just going to stay -2 or -2. All right, now we're just going to add left to right. So -16 plus 16 is 0. 0 minus 2 is going to be a -2 as our answer. Okay, so going on to number 10 on the next page. Simplify what is inside the absolute value bars, then solve it for the unknown. So on the left side, we got 17. 15 plus 2 is going to be 17. So 17 is going to equal 3a plus this a right here. You can add those together to make 4a. And then -6 plus 3 is a -3 or -3. Okay, to get a by itself, I'm going to add 3 on that side, add 3 on that side. So now I have 20 equals 4a. To get a by itself, I'm going to isolate the 4 by getting rid of it. That means I have to divide this side by 4, and a equals 5. Okay, number 11. Inside the absolute value brackets, we got -6 minus 6, which normally would give us a -12, but since it's an absolute value, it's going to be a positive 12. So 2 times a positive 12 is going to give us 24. And on the right side, we got -5 plus 2 is a -3. And then 10K minus 1K is a positive 9K. Right, I'm going to add 3 to this side to get rid of it, add 3 to this side. So I got 27 equals 9K divided by 9 divided by 9, K equals 3. Okay, number 12. Left side, we got -1 minus 3, which would give us a -4. -4 times a positive 4 would normally give us a -16, but it's absolute value, so it's going to be a positive 16. And on the right side, we got 3D minus 1D, which is 2D. -8 plus 7 is -1. Okay, I'm going to add 1 to this side, add 1 to that side. 17 equals 2D divided by 2, divided by 2. D is going to be 8.5. Okay, that's kind of a strange answer to get. Let me make sure I did that right. So on the left side, -1 minus -3 is -4. -4 times -16, that's right. On the right side, 3D minus 1D is 2D, and -8 plus 7 is -1. Okay, yep, that is correct. All right, number 13. On the left side, we got 7 times 11, which is a positive 77. On the right side, 10F minus 5F is a positive 5F. I forgot 1F over there. So 5F minus 1F is actually going to turn this into 4F. And then plus 1. Okay, I'm going to subtract 1, subtract 1. 76 equals 4F divided by 4 divided by 4. Okay, 76 divided by 4. Let's see, what is that? Divided by 4, that's going to be 19. F is 19. Okay, number 14. On the left side, we got -2 squared minus 4 in the absolute value brackets. So first we're going to do the 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, it has that negative on the outside, so technically it would be -4 minus 4, which is a -8, but absolute value means it's going to be a positive 8. Okay, on the right side, we got -7r plus 5r is -2r. And then we got -2 squared, which becomes a positive 2, or positive 4. 4 minus 2 is a positive 2. Okay, I'm going to subtract 2. Subtract 2, 6 equals -2r divided by -2 divided by -2. R equals -3. And then number 15. 3q plus 5q is 8q. -2 minus 1 is a -3. On the right side, we got 10 squared minus 7. So 100 minus 7 is 93. I'm going to add 3 to this side, add 3 to this side. 8q equals 96. Divided by 8, divided by 8. And q is going to equal 12. Okay, number 16. A drill team formed in front of the viewing stand and marched 50 feet to the right of the stand. Turning skillfully, the team then marched 80 feet in the other direction. How many feet were the marchers from their starting place? Okay, so this is their, let's pretend the star is their starting place. They went 50 feet this way. All right, then they went 80 feet this way. Okay, so think of it as a number line, right? If this was 0, they went 50, which they went a positive 50. And then they backtrack, or they subtracted 80, which means they are negative 30 feet from their starting space. Okay, that is lesson 18, C. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Absolute value.